What's up, Lacrosse fans? I'm Dave Giancola with Youth One, and we had an outstanding time at the U.S. Lacrosse National Convention in Philadelphia. The biggest names and brands in the sport were there, including the entire 2014 Team USA roster. We had a chance to get unique insight from the national team on how to improve your game as a young lacrosse player. You've seen these guys on everything from TV commercials to Wheaties boxes. This is truly can't miss stuff. Check it out.
You know, one thing I struggled with as a kid is when I was training in lacrosse, I never went game speed. So I would always put in time with work, mobile, dodging, whatever it was, but I never was able to simulate going at full speed because I was so focused on practicing. So what I would say is make sure whatever you do, whatever sport you play, make sure that when you're working on your own, you're going as fast as you possibly can because that's how it's going to be in a game.
One thing I wish I did differently as a kid was focus more on the fundamentals. I wish I had a better left hand, which is my weak hand growing up. And if I focus a little more on that, I think my high school transition probably would have been a little easier for me.
So I guess my advice to young players is just play as many sports as possible. You know, just always be active, playing sports, do as much as you can. So that's all I got.
One thing that I thought that I loved doing as a kid was I played pretty much every sport available, and I really think that translates over to lacrosse specifically because there's so many skills that you can learn from other sports that just go right into lacrosse. So I thought that was one thing that I really thought that helped me out a lot.
Just when I was a kid that, you know, someone came to me with a lacrosse stick and told me how important it was to learn how to string the right way. A lot of kids, they get like 4 or 5 different sticks and they're worried about what they look like as opposed to getting one stick, stringing it correctly, learning how to string it so they can fix it and throw with it mechanically. And I wish that's something that someone went over with me when I was a kid.
I think the biggest thing that I learned when I was younger was to continue to play as many sports as possible. I played soccer, basketball, and lacrosse, and I think both those sports really helped my lacrosse game kind of grow a little bit. And I think the other thing is just to have fun with it. You know, it's really all about, you know, having fun and enjoying the game and not getting too worked up, you know, if you lose a game or if, you know, you don't think you played all that well, because there's always the next day and another opportunity to get better. So, you know, it's a journey, it's a process, and you want to have fun with it.
Hey guys, Matt McCready's here with Team USA. Just a few things I did when I was a kid is I went out and got on the wall as much as possible. Put the stick in both my hands. Focused a lot more on my offhand than my strong hand. And that helped me develop my stick skills as I grew and got into deeper and deeper into lacrosse.
Best thing I've ever done to help my lacrosse game is play as many other sports as I possibly can. Basketball, soccer, football, ice hockey, whatever it is, doing it in the backyard, doing it with your buddies, it's going to make you a better athlete, and at the end of the day, it's going to make you a much better lacrosse player.
So one thing that I did when I was growing up is I always tried to make sure that I really pay attention to what the coaches were telling me. You want to make sure you use every opportunity you can to learn and grow your game. And you can do that best by taking the opportunities you have to learn from the coaches.
As a kid, as a player, I think the biggest thing that I did was constantly evaluate myself as a player, looking for something in my game, whether it be working on my left hand, working on my speed, my strength, and making sure that I'm always trying to improve as a player and not becoming satisfied. The player that becomes satisfied, all those other players are going to pass them. So no matter what level you're playing at, if you can continue to play at that level and improve as a player, you put yourself